Hello, lovely creatures, and happy new moon in Saggitarius. Sorry if it's a bit wobbly. I'm doing this on the couch because this year has just been absolutely insane, and I am resting on the couch today. But I did want to come on and say happy new moon. Also, I pulled some cards. Thinking about how it is the end of the year and ending a 9 year, so 2 plus 2 plus 5 is 9. We've had a 9 year. 2 plus 2 plus 6 is 10, which becomes 1 plus 0, which is 1. We're heading into a 1 year, so we're starting a new cycle of 9 basically next year, and we are ending the year of the snake, so we're at the end of a 9 year. We're at the end of a shedding. We are moving into the year of the fire horse, which only happens once every 60 years, and there is an interesting story behind that, which I plan to do something about creatively, but anyway, that's for another time. It feels like there's this real sort of endings and beginnings, death and rebirth kind of time happening at the moment. And the cards I pulled, first we got the Five of Cups, called the Dancer 5 in this deck. And then we also got the High Priestess. The Five of Cups is actually one of my favourite cards. It is generally associated with some kind of grief, but you see the presence of the person in the picture. They're standing, the wind is clearly blowing if you look at the hair, but the sun is also shining, and there's a boat in the distance, which is sort of reminiscent of the, in this deck, reminiscent of the Six of Swords. It's that letting go, and the reminder of the Five of Cups is that it's okay to be in that moment. In the traditional deck, there are 3 cups that have fallen over and have emptied out into the water, but there are still 2 cups, 2 full cups behind you. Now, I feel like in this world, society, we're encouraged to get over things so quickly. I mean, I just really hate those 2 words, or 3 words, get over it. I despise them. We say it to ourselves a lot, and sometimes people actually say it to other people. I feel like sometimes people say them because they just don't know what else to say. And sometimes it's not, we'll just get over it, but it's like, well, I just need to get over it. Or if you can just get over it, everything will be fine. You know, it can be said in many different tones, even, where it sometimes can even almost sound like the person's trying to be caring, but it quite often is trying to deflect something, I think. So I do think that there's often maybe something, a sore point at the heart of it, whether it's how we say it to somebody else or to ourselves. But the reminder of the 5 is that you don't have to turn around. You don't have to get over it and go, oh, just get over it. There's 2 more cups waiting for you. They're full. Haven't you noticed them? So that's not the point of the 5 of Cups. The point is, take the moment to be in your grief. Process it. Look at it. Watch it dissolve, or watch it float away. Watch it transform and become part of the larger water source, that it's poured into. Watch it alchemize. And when you're ready, something is there waiting for you that you look at and go, oh. Or maybe you know the whole time that it's there, but you're just not actually ready to take them yet. You're not ready to carry them. And you don't have to be ready when somebody else tells you you should be ready, or when somebody else thinks that you should be ready. The beauty of this is, and the High Priestess together. So it's funny because I asked, what do we need to let go of? And even though the new moon is generally a time to focus on intentions, sometimes we need to let go of something in order to be able to focus forward on that intent, the next intention. So what we need to let go of was actually this loss. But it's not, I'll just let go. But okay, there's something that needs to be processed, and allow yourself that time. And then when you're ready, I feel like I need to think of a better way to put that. The High Priestess is there waiting the whole time in the same waters, it feels like, where the grief and the loss has been alchemized. And the High Priestess rises out of the water with the rainbow, and you think if it's stormy weather and the rainbow always represents hope and calm, and the High Priestess represents intuition, deep intuition and wisdom, and she is also ruled by the moon. But I feel like ultimately what we're being asked to do, or invited to do is to take the time with what it is you want to let go of. And it might not be anything really, really huge. It might just be letting go of this year. It might be letting go of fears about decisions that have you've been avoiding. It might actually be thinking back about your last 9-year cycle. And also to remember that because the High Priestess is dreams and intuition and wisdom and reflection. And it's interesting, I again just talk where I got this feeling that the water that you've grieved, it's your it can be your tears as well. But as I say, it's the transformation of those things. And actually then taking time to look at the water as it in its stillness and seeing your own reflection. With the solstice tomorrow, so we've got new moon today, solstice tomorrow. It was new moon for a couple of you on the 19th, but for, between the 19th and the 20th, depending where you are in the world. And then, of course, the solstice is both winter and summer solstice, depending where you are, which hemisphere you're in. The solstice is also another liminal time where the veils are thin and allow us to connect with our ancestors. But there's also, get this feeling that there's this idea of connecting with us, because the High Priestess also represents past, present, and future in a way. And I get this feeling that she's almost saying, take your own hand. You're not alone. Take your own hand and say hello to your past self, and maybe even meet your future self. I don't know, but there's this feeling of connecting these three worlds. It just feels like there's some power in that going forward. Anyway, happy new moon. And Sagittarius also gives us that extra kick and push to go, yeah, come on. Saggy fire. There's a bit of fire in there with all of this water energy going on. There's also this sort of light and fiery feeling in the background here, and the fire of the sun beaming down. But in general, Sagittarius there just nudging you forward. Go on. You can be in it. You can be in your grief. You can be in your power. You can be in your wisdom. Sagittarius just there going, yeah, I'll keep the fire burning. Everything's good. I'll shine the light when you need it. I've got the flame when you need it. Okay. Happy new moon. Happy solstice for tomorrow. And I'll see you soon.